Based on the questions you asked, and I looked at how I could be able to make the people to understand what is actually going on. Looking at the new minimum wage salaries that has been disbursed to most workers, and I understand that there are a lot we could do to enhance most of the products that has been on ground, which workers are still working on and on how to be able to reform that. In as much as there are more concentrations and more job to do at which are the workers we're talking about, and who put more effort, abilities, and in doing in creating more concepts, in realizing these objectives. We will be looking at how those salaries could be paid. A lot of workers are still really much informed, working on how they could be able to look at the new way of doing new things, which has been introduced into the referendum of understandings based on the articles of associations. Looking at the articles of associations, there are a lot of political parties that are involved who will be able to come in to grant access with the presidents of those organizations and representations of those associations and unions. And of course, we pay salaries, staffs, workers, and it is this revivement of these sectors who said release the the petroleum sectors for everybody should be involved in associating, so as everybody could have ownership rights in negotiating on now to be self-employed, self-directors in their various referendums, which has been documented and drafted, which is also part of the changes that we need to put in place. In as much as the petroleum sectors is looked into, we'll be talking about reforming the educational sectors. How many workers are actually working? It is all about contributing towards the sectors and how we could standardize it to an enviable height in understanding the various holes and loopholes that we need to concentrate on our objectives on. And if you're granting access to the necessities and the importance of this stuff, the things that we actually needed, it is right for us to understand that the educational sectors need more collaborations, more assessments and reform. That is why I said there is need for management to look at the educational sectors on how they could be able to find a lasting solution towards them. So I see a new salary scheme, salary wages coming from the educational sectors that we, their presidents and their chairmen and governors, need to disburse to those areas and those sectors. Of course, the vice chancellors and the governors in charge of various universities, they are autonomous to look at how they could be able to put a standard and a standardized form of educational sectors in changing most of the ideas that are involved. So I see a new reform, I see a new agenda, I see a new plans that will be introduced into the system. And that's why I said, let's work together, let's cooperate, let's anticipate together in understanding each other and reviving and mobilizing the educational sectors to a West African standard that we henceforth having a scratch cards, registrations, e-pin systems, and exam checking, curriculum registration, e-pin settings. So I see that a lot of folks are having diverse issues on that. The Minister of Education might not disburse those informations. What is more of concern to the President and to the to the organizations as the part of the sector and executive sector, it's my responsibility to see and ensure that they checkmate most of those things and find lasting solutions so that salaries could be paid to workers, which we all revived by bringing our various staffs who will be able to suit in into those offices and ensure that the management pay them their wages. That is what I am saying, and I know we could do that, we could work that, and that's pending when we have a directives both from international organizations and our local communities that could contribute to those areas in ensuring that there are more refined, more referendums, more arrangements that could be done based on agreements within the parties and political organizations that are involved. So I look up to that and I see a new changes. So I said it is good for everybody to take charge and participate in these whole ideas. Thank you.